2004, our score was 930. That was the first year that they recorded the API. 2005, 952. 2006, 955. 2007, 960. 2008, 961. And 2009, or our last year, is 972 with a 12-point jump. Now, just so you know, that was the year I was here. Yes, I'm growing a little bit. It was a great relief. But even more impressive is what I just spoke about. We are now a 10 out of 10 school. What happens is that score comes from a formula that the state takes a whole variety of factors into account: race, parent education, poverty or wealth indicators, special education, and a dozen other factors, and they come up with 100 similarly ranked schools. We were 7 out of 10, we are now 10 out of 10. That puts us really, truly at the top of the top in the state of California. Now, while our test scores are truly impressive, they do not tell the whole story, and they're only one chapter in a much larger book that tells the story of our students and their successes. As your children move through the grades, they're going to experience a well-balanced curriculum. One that's going to expose them to the arts, to music, to dance, to theater, literature, history, math, science will all be an integral part of their education and their experience. It's going to be taught in exciting ways. It's going to bring out the joy of learning, the joy of education. They're going to learn advanced technologies with our smartboard technologies, our computers, everything that we have provided here at the school. They're going to learn to use it. They will learn to be critical thinkers and engage in active participants in their own education. As a staff, I can assure you, and you already know, that they're going to work tirelessly. I'm going to work tirelessly to ensure that they are prepared to be full partners and full participants in a 21st century community. We also believe that every child needs to be nurtured and needs to learn to nurture. We foster this through our Way of Counsel program, where your children will learn to listen deeply, feel empathetically, and speak from the heart. Through our Way of Counsel program, your children they're going to develop into the kind of adolescent and adult that you dream they will become. I want you to know that you share an integral part of this experience, and what you bring to the table of parents is highly valued and in fact needed to ensure the continued success of your students. For those of you who have tirelessly given of your time, I thank you and I invite you back for another year of barn raising, for another year of participation. For our new families, I invite you to get to know us better by becoming active members in one of the many opportunities that we have to help you volunteer here. You're truly welcome on our campus. You will not, hopefully, ever feel that you are not welcome. My door is open. Please know that we value what you bring. Now, I want to say this loud and clear. If you would like to spend $20,000 or $30,000 on your child's education, you can. But you will not be buying a better education than what we're going to deliver right here at Wonderland Ave Elementary School. I will put our school against any other school: Oakwood, Buckley, Crossroads, Campbell Hall, Harvard Westlake. They might have a bigger yard or not. They might have a newer building or not. They might have nicer cars at drop-off or not. But I can assure you that they're not going to deliver that one very elusive element as well as we can, which is love. It's true. And I know you know it. I see it with the way we treat and work with our teachers. So when you drop off your children in the near future, your distant future, at Harvard or UCLA or USC or Stanford, Yale, wherever they're going to go, and they're going to go to one of those, you get to do that little superiority dance. I'm not going to do it for you. You might remember it from Saturday Night Live. But you get to do that knowing that you did this with a public education. Now, guess what? This is the commercial part of my talk. So for tonight only, we are not going to charge you $30,000, not $20,000, not even $10,000. The reality is that nothing is for free. And if you read the newspapers, you know as well as I do that education has suffered a financial blow because of the recession. But here at Wonderland, we're used to doing what we do with little or no resources. And we're going to continue to do that. But so much of what we do has been generously and has always been generously funded by the outpouring of love and generosity of this very community. We have a wonderful and committed group of, called Friends of Wonderland. Wait, should have brought some water, now I'm dry. Which you all know of, you've all heard of. They work so hard as a volunteer to ensure that this school runs in the way that every parent wants it to run. They work for their own children, and they work for your children, knowing that they are there together. This year, Friends of Wonderland and us, we are asking each family to give $700. Hey, thank you. Is it open? And that $700 will provide our school, this community, with if everybody does 100%, it will provide us with every single program that we need and that you love. These programs are an full-time art teacher, full-time music teacher, full-time PE teacher, technology with smartboard education, top-of-the-line computers, TAs in all of the classrooms, a library aid, supplies for the classroom, way of counsel, and numerous other programs that if we don't do this fundraising will not be a part of this experience. And so we ask for that. We do it because every single dollar that gets delivered to the school goes directly to your children. It does not fund anything that does not go right back to that classroom. And so we are asking from the bottom of our heart for your children to be able to reach deep this year and to provide us with that support. Now, to help us along in knowing this community, we have figured out a way to have a great big party, which always works well here at Wonderland. So I want you to clear your calendars for October 10th from 5 o'clock to 9 o'clock. We have had everything donated for this party at the Houdini Mansion. It's going to be a very fun event. We have a cover band with Donovan, one of our parents, who's going to provide the music. We have some adult beverages being provided. We won't go into detail here on the school grounds. We have food, and it will be a fundraising event. So come prepared, bring your checkbooks, bring your wallets, bring friends that want to bring that as well. But come and enjoy the evening, because it is a way of celebrating what we have and what we're going to do. I'm almost finished. Is Wendy Basquier here tonight? Raise your hand, stand up, jump up and shout. And Terry Levy. I just want to introduce them. I don't know if they actually want to speak or not, but I just want them to, this is the president of Friends of Wonderland, and she has working, she took it over this year with great heart. And we'll get to know her well. And Terry Levy behind her, our PTA president, who I think is here as much as I am. And she just had a new baby, so we get to keep her for many years to come. Maybe not as PTA president, I'm sure she's thinking. So thank you, both of you, for all that you do. I want to add one last word on gratefulness. I really believe in having a grateful heart is the way to happiness. I just want you to remember as you go back to see those teachers tonight, don't forget to thank them, hug them, kiss them, whatever you need to do to let them know that they are that you are thankful for what they do. It will go a long way to helping them get through a year of countless unpaid hours. And in conclusion, I want to thank you again for all that you have done. We cannot do this without you. It really is the family that makes this a great community. I've said this in almost every talk, but all the research points out that families are the greatest defining factor in the success of a child's education. We are living proof that this is true because we work with the best families in LA and the best kids everywhere. So please enjoy your evening. It's time to be with your teachers. We'll be closing about 6:30. So thank you once again and welcome home.